First of all, hello everyone. My name is Dani and I'm a primary teacher in Escola San Josep. That is a school located in Terrassa, a city near Barcelona. And thank you everyone, first of all, to join this webinar. I hope that it will help you a lot. Okay, so first of all, you have here to see our school, to see the building. You can see in the right size of the presentation the building right now, and in the left side it's the building in their beginning. Okay, you can see like we have put like this kind of two images because of the sentence that it's here, that it's the time passes, worlds change, but the essence remains inside the walls. Okay, so the main topic that we are going to talk about in this webinar is programs of schools reculturing to maintain inclusive changes. We are doing this webinar because of one Erasmus project that we are developing in our school that it's called SECURER. It's related to inclusion. Okay, I will show you later on the main topic of this Erasmus project. But related with this topic, we are going to show you what we do in our school related to this kind of practices. Okay, we have like a project in our school that it's called PAU, P-A-U, that in English the meaning of the sentence of these letters is mindfulness and main body practices. So what are we going to talk about in this meeting? About the mindful pauses that I will explain to you now, the assemblies and the restorative cycles, the daily check-ins that we call sintonia, that are some practices that we do it every day to work this kind of mindfulness topics, the yoga, the stories for emotional learning, some team building activities that we do in our school, the mindful mats, that is a material that we have in our school, the safe place, it's a tool that we have in every class, the one project that it's called Cheeky Media, the aromatherapy, the student personal plan, that we call it PPA, a neuroscientific basis that have like the theoretical part of why of what the science says about all these kind of things, the learning boxes, and then we will do like some reflections. Okay, so first of all, related to mindful pauses, these kind of practices are mini emotional resets that we do during the day. Okay, so we have to think about that in an increasingly fast-paced educational context, the mindful pauses become an essential pedagogical tool to promote the emotional balance, the self-regulation, and the mindfulness in general. It's not about stopping learning, but giving the body and mind like a break, to learn better. So we use it, these kind of practices, for example, before an exam, or when we see that our students are a little bit excited. So it's like a 1-2 minute activities that it helps them, like to calm down and to focus again on what they are going to do. So from the PAU project, these kind of activities allow the students to reconnect with their breathing, with their body sensations and emotional states, helping them move from impulsivity to calm. Introducing them systematically, briefly, and meaningfully into the school day improves both coexistence and emotional well-being. Okay, so here you can see like a chart of some kind of activities that are related to this kind of poses. Like, for example, we can see like some exercises related to the breathing, some exercises related to the body, to some to silence, to some cooperative activities, to allow them to increase their creativity. So you have to think that it's not like an activity, a 1 hour activity. There are like mini exercises that they help them to self-regulate their emotions. Another thing that we do in the school are the assemblies and the restorative cycles. Okay, so every class, they have 1 hour per week to speak about like some topics related to the emotional education. But it's important to say that these practices or the emotional education, we don't have to work it only in 1 hour. I mean, in this hour, we can prepare like some activities to speak with them about some topics that we are interested in. But the emotional education has to be like every time, everywhere in the school. So you can see here one picture about one restorative cycle. This is like a pedagogy that the idea is that they are in the class, so they have to sit down in a correct order from the youngest to the oldest of the class. So it's a space for expressing themselves, to give thanks to any person, and to learn to listen to the classmates. They encourage thoughtful responses rather than impulsive ones. So the conflicts are addressed with empathy and not with judgment. And the group is strengthened as an emotional community. It's really important for them that they know that the things that they speak inside this restorative circle is something that the teacher is not going to speak about with the other teacher, because it's a safe place for them and they can open themselves to express whatever they want. So they are moments and spaces to cultivate the speech, the listening, and the empathy. So these kind of circles, the way that it's created, it's to remind the children that everyone is part of the group and everyone is important and no one is left out. So every voice matters. In this cycle, no one is above or below. We are all in the same level, learning to coexist mindfully. In this way, the classroom becomes a community that cares, dialogues, and grows together. Then we do every day, as I told you, the daily check-ins. There are some kind of exercise that we do it in some moments in the day. Normally, usually we do it after the playground, because the playground, is a moment that when they come back to the class, they are so excited, so they need to calm down and they need to breathe a little bit to start some activities. So it's a good moment, to do like a kind of reset and be prepared to work again. So it's really, really, really important that we do these activities every day. If we want it to be effective, we needed to do it every day as a routine. So what we do in the school is that every day we have like a main topic. For example, on Monday we do visualizations. So imagining to calm the mind and connect with serenity. There are some activities, for example, that they have to close their eyes and then the teacher starts speaking and they have to imagine what the teacher is saying, like for example, okay, so imagine that you are in the beach, imagine the persons who are with you, you are in calm, you are in peace. So they have to imagine all the times the things that the teacher is saying. And then later they can do like a kind of reflection about how they felt during the activity. On Tuesday, we do meditations, cultivating mindfulness and conscious breathing. On Wednesday, the topic is mindful movement. So, for example, we do like body scanners or we do yoga. On Thursday, the topic is the 5 senses. So, we prepare like some activities related to the senses, something to smell or something to touch. And on Friday, it's we do massages. We can do like some massages, sorry, in group, or some massages in pairs or in little groups. So it's to create this kind of group cohesion. The benefits of these daily check-ins is that they foster resilience, social skills, and empathy. They develops emotional self-regulation, improves the concentration and attention, reduces the stress and anxiety, and promotes physical well-being. Here you can see like one chart that every class we have like one ambassador of the daily check-ins. So here you can see the activities that we do every day. It's true that you can see here that the activities are repeated in 2 weeks, because in one day, one activity, we cannot work all the things that these activities can help us. So we do it, for example, one Monday, and we repeat it the other Monday to have like more work with this exercise. So when we finish, we put it in the chart if we have done the activity, and then the ambassador, we speak in group, and we have to put like one reflection, like for example, okay, so we like it a lot, this meditation, or maybe we have to change it because it's so long. So it's like like a feedback. Here you can see the temporalization of these daily check-ins that all the teachers prepare, because if they are not in the school, we know that we have to do these daily check-ins. So if one teacher will not come to the school, or won't come to the school, the other teacher has to go to this chart, and he or she will see what they have to do. Another thing that we do is related to the Erasmus project. We have some partners that they are not used to do this kind of mindfulness sessions, so they ask us for like to train the teachers and to prepare like some classes with the children. So here you can see, like for example, some pictures with a school in Turkey that they created the breathing rope, that I will speak to you later about that. And then they create it, and we prepare one class by Zoom with them to prepare one meditation. Here, to do the visualizations, I don't know if this book is in English, the Imaginations books, but it's really good, because you only have to read the visualization, and it's really good. Then the yoga. The yoga is done in the school by the little ones, but it's true that with the big ones we do like some yoga exercises. Okay, so the important thing about this is that through yoga they learn to listen to their bodies and recognize signs of tension or fatigue. They breathe mindfully to find calm. They move with attention, not with haste. And they cultivate concentration, serenity, and emotional balance. It's true that when we imagine one yoga session, it's like 1 hour, so it's long. But they can be brief, like they can only do like 3 or 4 postures, and then come back to the class. Here, when I send to you this presentation, you will see that it's a video about our school with the little ones practicing yoga. Stories for emotional learning. When the youngest children, they don't know or they cannot say the feelings that they feel, it's true that the stories or the books, they help us a lot, to put in images the feelings. So we have a lot of books in the school for almost every emotion, and then we use it in the class and we explain to them, and we have it like in a bookstore, to use it with the children. So when we have, for example, when children that they feel that they have anxiety, we have some books related with this, so we can use it with the children, because it's different to speak to them and explain what's the anxiety, instead of seeing like one story about I don't know, about a boy that he feels anxious and how he self-regulate. So for example, you can see here one photo of our school that we invite the parents of the children, so they are the responsibles to explain and to tell the story for them. So it's really, really nice, because they are really, they enjoy it a lot. So stories hold a central place because they act as bridges between the emotion and the understanding, as I told you. Through them, children can name what they feel, identify with characters, process fears, and learn emotional strategies within the symbolic safety that the story provides. It involves a great teaching responsibility. Not every story is suitable. This is an important thing, because before we explain one story for the children, we have to look and to check if everything in the story is true, because it's true that there are like some sentences or some images that maybe they are not good for them, and we cannot use it with them. For example, here there's a book that it's called it speaks about the colors of one kiss. So here, for example, they are speaking about the green color. Okay, so it says like it's green like a crocodile, but then in the other page it's like it says but I don't like the vegetables and they are green, so it's like the broccoli, it's like so it's not a good story about the colors, because they have to eat vegetables. So maybe if they see this book and they see one person that it's next to vegetables and it's doing like so it's not a good book for them. Then team building activities. We do some cooperative games in physical education. So every day all the classes, they have during the week 2 hours of physical education. So when they finish, they spend like 10-15 minutes doing cooperative games, like to work the group cohesion. So at the group cohesion, the empathy, the listening, the respect, the sense of belonging to the group. So it helps us a lot, because the physical education teacher, he can see if like the roles in a ludic way, not like in a formal one in the class that they are sit down. So it helps us a lot to see the relationships between the children, and to work and to make that all the children, they need to feel okay with the group. They need to this kind of sense of belonging to the group. So, at the beginning of the course, we create like one sociogram, and in this sociogram, the students, they put like the classmates who they feel better, or the ones that they don't want to work with them. So we give this sociogram to the physical education teacher, so he can see maybe like the students that are a little bit more isolated. So he can work with them, to belong to the group. Then we have one material that it's called Mindfulness Mats. They are like some interactive mats that we use in physical education to promote the movement, the reflection, and emotional awareness. So you can see here in the image that this kind of mats has like some exercises related to mindfulness. For example, some yoga postures or some breathing movements. and they help them because when they are moving, they are calming down and they are being conscious of what they are seeing. So this material combines movement, attention, and emotion, offering students a playful and mindful way to connect with their bodies and their surroundings. Within the frame of the POW project, we use them as a tool for self-regulation and well-being, especially at times when children need to reconnect, channel energy, or regain calm. Each mat invites a bodily or emotional action, like breathing, stretching, jumping, balancing, expressing gratitude. So in early childhood, for example, they are used through guided play, sensory circuits, or calm stations. For example, you can put like 5 or 6 mats, and the children, when they finish one, they go to the other one, like a circuit. Then another thing that we have in our school is the safe place. The safe place is a tool that we have in every class. It's like a corner that we have in the class, and it's a space, we call it safe place, because when the children, they feel, that they are anxious, or they have like, they feel sad, or they feel angry, they know that they can go there, to calm down, to breathe a little bit, and then to come back to the class again. It's important to say that that they don't have to ask the teacher to go to the safe place. They need to recognize by themselves this kind of emotions that they have inside, so when they feel it, they can go there. They have like some boxes in the safe place with some materials that they help them to calm down. For example, they have like some puppets, or they have like some tools, or they have like something to make like a self-massage, and then they calm down and they come back to the class. And it's really nice because they can recognize when they are getting angry, or when they are getting anxious. It's important to say too that it's not a timeout corner, it's a time in space, a moment to listen to what is happening, to identify the emotion and regain balance. So it's not a place to punish the children, like go to a safe place. They need to go there when they feel this kind of volcano inside. This space is part of the well-being pedagogy of the POW project, which promotes safe, sensitive, and mindful educational environments. So here you can see like some examples of the tools that are inside the safe place. It's true that it's different materials that have the children with 3 years old than the children from 12 years old. Okay, so but it's true that each safe place include sensory elements like stress balls, sand, feathers, etc. Mindfulness resources, aromatherapy or soft music that encourages relaxation. Have like some essences that they smell them and then they can feel better. And positive and self-affirming visual messages. The goal of this safe place is not to avoid the conflict, is to learn how to move through it with serenity and self-understanding. The problem will be there, but then you have the option to face it in a mindfulness way, or then to be angry or be anxious. So we try to teach them that if their feelings are not good, the situation is not going to be solved in a good way. So they need first to calm down, to breathe, and then when they feel a little better, then they can solve the problem. So in primary education, the students, it's true that the safe place is inside the classroom, but with the big ones, the problem is that sometimes they need fresh air, to calm down, so they can go freely outside the classroom. I mean, they have to speak with the teachers, like not to say if they can go outside, but when some children come to us and they say, I need to go out because I need to breathe, we know it, and then they can go outside, they can walk a little bit, they can put like water in the face, they breathe a little bit, and then they come back to the class. Because when they are bigger, they need to change their space, to calm down. Here you can see like more photos about some things that they have in the safe place. And here you will see, when we send you the presentation, one little video about the safe place. Okay. Anyone has any question, or I can continue? Maybe if you put like some questions in the chat, then I can answer the question.